us younger people, our 90s kids, and later, and today we are the ones that are primarily watching movies that are releasing all over the OTT platforms, theaters, the world, etc. This is a generation that was born in Sachin Tendulkar's time, where he was already doing so well, and India was already a force to reckon with in the cricketing world. Many of us know that 83 India won the World Cup, Kapil Dev was a hero, all of that, but not really understand the weight and the value associated with that victory and what happened before 83, what we were up until the World Cup. And that is a story that makes it so important to be a film, that I think it was a great decision, first of all, to make a film on this particular subject and to tell the story of this team that went through a journey of winning the World Cup. This is something that most half of us that watch films at the younger batch need to understand, and the other half would love to relive, cherish, and just feel that nostalgia all over again. So 83 is a winner from the word go as a project itself. And yes, Kabir Khan definitely delivers a very entertaining experience. You will laugh, you will cry, you will just be applauding the cricket and cheering the team, and you will be in a very celebratory, entertaining, happy zone while watching this movie. It is something that is definitely going to go down as one of the most iconic movies made in India, purely based on the subject. Now coming to the aspect of how the actors performed, great performances by everyone, nothing, no complaints on that front. Everyone is natural. Ranveer Singh did a great job as always. He's often better, I find, in roles where he's doing less and he's more calmer and he's more reactive. And this is one such role where, because Kapil Dev is a calm personality and a level-headed personality, Ranveer Singh got to show that side of him, and that was what is most impressive for me. Killed it, absolutely killed it as Chika Sir, and one of the revelations in this movie, because he impressed above and beyond than expected, and one of the most difficult characters to play actually, and to live that perfectly well was astonishing. Now there are two things I feel that this movie could have done better. One is the pre-83 part. There's no such thing in the movie, and I would have liked as a younger audience to know what was the state of cricket and cricketers pre-83. Yes, it is told throughout the movie that we are nobody, we are nothing, all of that, but it would have been impactful to show the underdog story by actually highlighting and showing at least 15 minutes of pre-83. Where were we as a cricket team? Who were these people? How did they play in other games? How much did they lose? What was the hope? When did they get the phone call to play in the World Cup? What were their immediate reactions? What was the plan to go and play the World Cup? All these things, if they had covered, it would have had a more impact at the end, because then we would see that they started from absolutely nothing and then went on to win. Whereas the movie focuses directly on the World Cup itself, that timeline itself, and that part itself. And I think it could have added 15 minutes of the pre-World Cup part, and at the same time it could have trimmed down 15 minutes worth of actual cricket, because everyone, this movie is for everyone, and there's a lot of cricket in the movie. Although some people might like that, I know some people that will not enjoy watching so much cricket. This was more sports in a sporting movie than I have seen in a very long time. Dangal, Sultan, all these movies that we have watched and many others, they don't have so much of the sport itself. So this movie has a lot of it, because it wanted to recreate those things. It wanted to recreate the World Cup and that's matches and the detailing itself. But somewhere I felt like 15 minutes of that replaced with 15 minutes of pre-83 content, or even 10 minutes, would have helped the movie a bit more for the emotional side of things. And then the other thing I felt that they could have done better was, there was a launch of 83 1 year ago or something, that's on YouTube. It's fully available. Every team member came on stage and shared a couple stories of their journey, and all the 10-11 players, most of them were there. They all shared their stories. Chika Sir shared so many different stories, and so all those stories are the exact ones that you see in the movie. For me, that was something that could have been, either some of them could have been kept because they were good, whereas some newer ones could have been added, or something like that. Mainly because if someone like me, I've watched that video 2 or 3 times over the 1 year, because it is that good to watch real people, tell the story. And the launch of the movie was exciting. But if you've seen those stories and you know those stories, then there's no surprise element, there's no wow, or there's no excessive funny element in the movie if you already know these stories from that launch. But other than that, the movie is great. Yes, it does have a couple cliched storytelling sequences like any sports film. It plays on emotions and all of that, patriotism, all those things continue to happen in the movie, but that was expected. That is what you want from this kind of a film. And again, I think it was a film that delivers, and most people are just going to enjoy it very thoroughly. And it is a sort of another great Christmas present. The other one is Minal Murli on Netflix, which I also reviewed, and you should definitely check that out as well. But 83 works. It's something that just you have to watch and you will enjoy it. And then, you can go into more details of understanding what went on in reality, and watching way more videos, reading way more articles about it. It's a very important story. So I appreciate, the film doing and delivering the way it did, and all the actors working so hard and playing cricketers and all of that. It fully works. So I loved it. I liked the movie. It was entertaining. I'm going with 3 stars for 83. I hope you like this review. Like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel. Keep watching for much more.